The joy of photography. What is the joy of photography? Stay tuned. Well, this afternoon I'm at Osprey House. The sun's setting, very cloudy day, but there is joy in my heart. And you might think, Charles, it's just so boring. How can this give you joy? Very easily. It gives me joy because I'm out here and I take pleasure in being out here. If you follow my channel, you know I suffer a bit from stress. You see my shaky hands all the time. Photography brings me joy, not just now. I've been into photography since about 20 years old. I can remember buying my first camera before my first car and my dad telling me, why are you buying a camera before a car? I said, because I like to take photos. I just like recording things and then seeing those photos, and it brings me joy. But I look at the good times. I look at when my nieces were born, my nephews were born. I look when my daughter was born. I have photos and video of when she was just born that I just cannot replace. It's in my mind, yes, but these photos, they bring me joy. If photography doesn't give you joy, you're doing something wrong. Whether it's photographing the Milky Way at night time, or like a friend of mine, he likes chasing storms, photographing lightning bolts as they hit the ground. That gives him joy. And he'll stay out all night and he comes back and goes, you know, I got 2 photos for 8 hours work, but I'm happy. Look at these photos. I go out even on a boring day like today, even if the weather isn't pleasant, then I'm still out here. I'm still amongst Mother Nature. It still brings me joy just seeing how the weather changes. These days, I'm really into wildlife photography because with my health, I can't travel far. And just as I was setting up this, normally I have my Nikon 200 to 500mm here because that's what I do. I photograph wildlife. I need a big lens. Today, I've only got the 24 to 85 because I'm going to shoot a bit of landscape. Haven't shot landscape for a while, but just setting my gear up here. A little kingfisher just landed about 15 meters away from me and he was squawking away. It was just like, hey, mate, you haven't got your zoom lens on. You're not going to catch me. Sometimes when I post stuff on social media, I'll put like a joke with it, saying like, oh, you know, just to make people smile, make people laugh. Like, take a look at this. I was just following this pelican and I know what pelicans do. He just got up on this rock, leant forward. As soon as he leant forward, I knew what was coming. I posted this on Facebook, no sound, just like a little 15-second clip. So many people said, you've made my day. This was so funny. I've brought joy. My photography has brought joy to somebody. You mightn't realize how your photography can bring joy to other people. That's what you've got to look at as well. Bring joy to yourself, yes. But sometimes the photos you post to social media or you show to your friends, you never know how much joy you bring to somebody else. I taught photography workshops for around 9 years and I love doing these workshops. Why? One, I was happy to share my knowledge that I'd gained over so many years of photography to other people, but also seeing the joy in them, seeing the joy when they go like, wow, I've just worked this out. Thank you so much. I remember years ago, I was doing just a basic and a sunset workshop and showing people just how to get off the auto mode. Because a lot of people, they don't know this. And they think manual mode is so scary, so they won't touch it. But this one instance really brings it home to me and should bring it home to you that your photography sometimes can affect people. I'd been doing a basic workshop showing people how to get away from auto mode into manual mode, because at night time you need manual mode. And we were just wrapping up the workshop. I can't even remember his name. He picked up his phone and he said, hey honey, you know what? I've just worked out how to shoot in manual mode. And just as he said that, he turned to me and I had this grin on my face and he kept talking, and he hung up and he said to me, I know it might sound a bit silly, but you know, I've always been scared of manual mode. I said, no, it's not silly. I said, I'm glad that my knowledge has been able to help you out. Now you can see how easy it is. He said, just the way you explained it. That brought joy to me because I could see that my knowledge affected him, and that brought joy to my heart. Sometimes somebody posts and go like on social media like, oh, I took this photo, it's wrong. If you know how to fix that, help them. It will bring them joy and you will feel joy because you're looking at like, hey, I was able to help somebody. I did a good deed. And that has been my whole life, looking to help other people. And in doing so, that brings me joy. That, to me, is the joy in photography. So I'm out here photographing at sunset. I could be out photographing the Milky Way, could be out taking storm photos or shooting wildlife. Sometimes I go out and I might take 500 bird photos. I might come home and I might end up with 5 photos. My wife goes like, wow, you shot 500, you got 5. I said, yeah, but that doesn't matter. I still had a great time. I watched the birds interact like that pelican. It brings me joy. Does wildlife photography bring you joy? Maybe it's photographing macro. Sometimes like people just like general photography. If photography doesn't give you joy, you're in the wrong hobby. Sometimes we overthink. We think, I have to go out on this day because the sun's beautiful. Doesn't matter if it's a good day, if it's a bad day. Photography, any type of weather, brings me joy. I hope this video helps you understand what the joy of photography is. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Really helps me out. Stay safe, enjoy photography. Remember, joy in photography. Bye for now.